Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another movie review for Halloween month. And this time, and for information, if you see right here, the little dog is right here because I'm having my downstairs living room and hallway being repainted, so didn't want her down there all alone inhaling the fumes, so that's why she's up here. So, but yeah, I think I showed her once a long time ago. So, but yeah, but but Slither. This is the next film I'll be reviewing, Slither, and watching it again. I still like the film. A couple of nitpicks though, but I think it's still a little of a fun horror B movie. And really enough, it's written and directed by James Gunn, who later go on to direct Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. And he's currently directing The Suicide Squad. It's the sequel. Not just Suicide Squad, it's called The Suicide Squad. And we all know, what with James Gunn with those tweets and all that stuff. But they originally fired him from Disney, But since he's basically Guardians of the Galaxy, wanted to direct the third film. It's basically his trilogy. He's directing the third film, so they brought him back, which to me that was good because I think we could do a better Guardians of the Galaxy film than James Gunn has. And such it's like those tweets from 30 years ago. I'm not getting into the whole thing with those. We had enough of those freaking scandals now. I don't want to get into those. It's me as all those bullcrap. But James Gunn, which I'm glad he's back to direct. After he's done with The Suicide Squad, he's doing the third Guardians film. So, but I think this was the thing that with Slither. I think he did a good job with this film. I think this was his debut film, I think. Because before that, he wrote... this came out in 2006, and before that, he wrote on the Dawn of the Dead remake. He wrote on the Scooby-Doo movies. And, of course, he also been the producer of other films. Well, earlier this year, he produced Brightburn, and then The Belko Experiment. Which really enough because he's also been a collaborator with actor Michael Rooker, which now including the films that he's produced and including directed. And but he had a very decent cast in this movie. It stars Nathan Fillion from the TV show Castle, and the show Firefly, as well as the film that was based on it called Serenity. And what was Nathan Fillion? He was in another movie I liked him in. I forget, but I thought he did a good job. I thought he did a good job in this movie, and as far as Elizabeth Banks, and including Michael Rooker, who plays Elizabeth Banks' husband, and Gregg Henry, and I thought it was still a fun B movie, but there's little nitpicks I have with it though, but I thought it was because they said this film was like a take on. They say they probably was similar to Night of the Creeps, what we did by Fred Decker, and which I like. I like Night of the Creeps, but I think this was supposed to be a little bit similar to this as well with the whole concept of it. I think the thing on the commentary with James Gunn, I think he said he doesn't know about Night of the Creeps, but I don't know, but it is kind of similar. And the whole story is that this meteor falls to Earth, and this town was called Wheelies. I think. And you get a little bit homages to other films as well, like especially with Gregg Henry's character. He's the mayor of the town, and his name is Jack McCready, which are both names are homages to Kurt Russell's character roles of Jack Burton from Big Trouble in China, Jack, and then McCready, R.J. McCready from John Carpenter's The Thing. and which also you also see on the a store building called R.J. McCready as well. So, and so you get cool names to say because R.J. McCready and Jack Byrne are great characters from both John Carpenter movies. And then there's a high school that's called Earl Bassett School, which Earl Bassett, that was Fred Ward's character from Tremors. So that was another cool name to mention, Earl Bassett. And there's also other montages to also tell us stuff as well. But this meteor crashes to the Earth. Michael Rooker's character is Grant, and his wife is Elizabeth Banks, the teacher, and he's kind of like he's not like getting like enough, from his wife. So he goes out with his he's basically who's going to cheat on her with this woman when he sees the broken meteor, and he sees a thing out of it, and then pins him, sticks something into him, and then he becomes infected with it. And then he goes back home, and then he's changed. By the time he's changed, and then see Elizabeth Banks, she feels bad, so she gives him this is your morning, give him his good morning. And then he knows more things change with Michael Rooker is that he's getting meat, and then all of a sudden he's killing animals. And then goes back to that one girl that he was going to cheat with, and infects her, and then he starts giving her all these meats and dead animals, and even into the basement where he locked up with all these dead animals as well. And Nathan Fillion is now the new chief of police of the town, and he likes Elizabeth Banks though, but he can't do anything much because she's married. But the one thing leads to another when something is strange when Elizabeth Banks sees the dead things down there, and then when he sees that Michael Rooker is his face is all getting changed, and then his arm gets all like a snake and all that, and then the cops get there, he runs out, and so the next target is because he's been killing animals, so the next house they're going to, in which there's another family where his family lives, and I find it cool that this family has this family has three daughters, and two of the little sisters, they're reading Goosebump books. I can clearly see one was reading A Girl Who Cried Monster, and the other one was reading You Can't Scare Me. So that was cool. What they're actually reading the old Goosebump covers as well. So that was a cool thing to see. And also when the cops are getting all the guns, you hear the little piece of music to Predator as well. That's another cool montage as well. And then they see that Michael Rooker's now completely a monster now, starts dragging this cow, and Elizabeth Banks, she wants to help. It's I was supposed to be protecting each other, where marriage is a sacred bond and all, marriage is a sacred bond. And the last time, Michael Rooker, which is pretty good up close makeup and practical effects, how the way he looks as this creature, and the thing is, I think Michael Rooker, his character, the human of him, is gone now, but the monster still has the memories of him with his wife. So, but then one thing leads to another. Where this one guy gets in his way, then the guy Michael Rooker just this one guy, and the guy kind of splits. He doesn't split completely in half, but the part of his face and down here opens up, and the guy's Gus falls out. Then they get to the barn, they find the woman that was taken, all a big huge ball, and just some pretty good up close good effects. And then she bursts open, then all these things get unleashed, these red leeches. They infect two of the deputies and the other ones that were with them, except for Nathan Fillion, Elizabeth Banks, and the mayor, Gregg Henry. Which is like it's the thing with like Night of the Creeps and all that. And then we get to this scene right here, which is not like this at all, but the girl, the older sister of the family, Kylie, she's in the bathtub. It's like basically the same, but not like all this though here. But one gets in, attacks her. It's trying to get inside her or like, through the mouth, but then the girl sees how the monsters were like from different planets. Then all of a sudden sees through Michael Rooker's memories and how they've been taking planets. Like she gives them the info. They've been attacking planets to. She fills him in that what she saw to Nathan Fillion and the others. Like they've been attacking planets and planets. And Michael Rooker, he's now like the source of the whole thing. Because if they kill Michael Rooker, all the other stuff, all the other creatures, the slugs, they die, as well as the ones that are affected as well. Stop Michael Rooker, stop them all. So, she gets attacked, and her family's infected. She gets out of there. Nathan Fillion gets in time to get her. The car they crash their car. The car gets crashed, and Elizabeth Banks gets taken, and same with Gregg Henry. And then like Elizabeth Banks, like she gets like all dressed up nice because, like I said, the memories of Michael Rooker, with all the marriage to Singer Bond. You hear the playing the music, which I forget the name. I forget the name of the song that was playing when she was walking downstairs. She sees the Michael Rooker monster. And then Gregg Henry, he gets infected as well. And then, like, when Nathan Fillion gets there, tells him to shoot him. He does. And it's also comedy as well, which I like the fun back and forth between Nathan Fillion and Gregg Henry. I do like the dialogue they exchange with each other. It was pretty funny. Although there was some other dialogue, like what was one of the deputies that says like it's like finding a needle in a fuck stack. I'm like, what does that mean? Finding a needle in the fuck stack? That didn't make any sense. I didn't think that was that funny. Oh, and I forgot to mention that there was another a deputy, a woman deputy that she dies because they spit like acid, and then she gets like starts swelling up, and then she dies. So I guess now they can spit acid, some type of acid type thing. I don't know. And then Michael Elizabeth Banks tries talking with Michael Rooker, but it's not her husband no more. She sees it now. It's another being. And the up close of Michael, the monster of Michael Rooker, it's really well done up close. It's really done practical effects, except for the slugs. They're CG'd. And whatever the tentacles. And when Nathan Fillion and the other girl, Kylie, gets there, they see like all the bodies are joined together. And Nathan Fillion's like, "That's some fucked up shit." I did like his response. I did like his response to that. I was like, "That was some fucked up shit." And then he tries to use a grenade from the station, but that falls in the water and that didn't work. And then when he gets stabbed by one of the tentacles, and then he gets the other tentacle, fills it full of the propane gas, and then Elizabeth Banks shoots Michael Rooker, and he blows up. And then once the king is dead, basically all the other everyone who's been turned to zombies, that's what it is, basically zombies, they just fall down dead. They're all dead now. So Elizabeth Banks, Nathan Fillion, and the character, the girl Kylie, are the only survivors. So it just ends with them just walking on towards the next town. So, but yeah, Slither, I did have some fun B horror movie. I did B horror movie horror fun with. I will say it's not as good as Night of the Creeps. I like Night of the Creeps better. But I wondered if you're hearing those are the painters you're hearing down there. They're painting, like I said. So, well, by the time this video's uploaded, these are because these are all pre-recorded videos I'm doing for Halloween month. So by the time October comes, the walls are gonna be finished already. So that's why I'm pre-recording films right now for the Halloween month. That's why. So by the time this video is uploaded, the walls are already finished. So. And that's why she's up here. Look at her. But yeah. Slither, but it's not as good as Night of the Creeps, though, but I did have some good fun. I enjoy the humor between Gregg Henry and Nathan Fillion. Had some fun back and forth. The practical effects, especially with the Michael Rooker monster, it's well done effects. And Michael Rooker, I enjoy Michael Rooker as an actor, because, especially collaborating with director James Gunn a lot, as well as when he's producing. But yeah, he is a little bit of, when you see him, he's a little bit of a douche, though. But it doesn't hurt me because I enjoy Michael Rooker as an actor. Elizabeth Banks, she was decent. I did not mind her. Nathan Fillion I liked. I definitely enjoyed Nathan Fillion. He was the best part of the movie for me. The score by Tyler Bates. The score was there, but like I said, I enjoy the little montages, like the names, like a Jack McCready, mixture of Jack Byrne and R.J. McCready, or the Earl Bass School, and hearing the little Predator music. Or I forgot to even mention, even director James Gunn, he has a little cameo appearance talking with Elizabeth Banks at the school. So yeah, James Gunn, he has a little bit of a cameo appearance in this movie. Uncredited because his name's on during the credits. But yeah, Slither. I have some fun B stuff with a horror B, B horror movie fun stuff. James Gunn, I thought he did a good job directing, but like I said, it's not as good as Night of the Creeps. Although Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 are better than this, though. But James Gunn, for this first time, I think this was his debut as a director, but I thought he did a good job. The film did get some positive reviews. It has an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 6.4 on IMDb. Although sadly, though, this film failed at the box office. It was a box office flop. A budget of $15 million, it only made $12 million. So the film did get praise, but the film failed at the box office. It was a box office flop. But Nathan Fillion, the cast was good. Nathan Fillion, like I said, he was the best part of the film. Elizabeth Banks, she was fine. Gregg Henry, I thought he was funny. Especially when talking with Nathan Fillion, when they're in the cars, where's the Mr. Pibb? And Nathan's like, it's on the top of my to-do list. And Michael Rooker, I enjoy as an actor. I thought he did fine as well, even though his character's a bit of a douche. But the practical stuff of him as the monster was well done effects. And apparently, for what I know, that took the little bit of the design of the full creature of Michael Rooker. Apparently, that was the same, different look of the design of the creature was supposed to be in the opening of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 when the guards are fighting that big giant monster protect those batteries. And, how the way the mouth is and the teeth, and especially with the tentacles it has. Especially that little rehashed that creature is rehashed a version of this from Slither. So that was a cool thing. I think I mentioned that when I reviewed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but still. But yeah, Slither, it's not that bad of a movie. It has gained it has been had a little bit of a cult following afterwards. For the fun montages, being those type of B horror films. As for features, it's deleted scenes, extended scenes, bringing the creatures to life. Slithery set tour with Nathan Fillion, the making of, and the commentary with James Gunn and Nathan Fillion. But yeah, Slither, I don't think it's not that bad of a movie. I don't hate the movie. I just if I had to rate it, I would probably give it a solid 7. I would say. That's the nitpicks. It is. Like I said, I know there's nitpicks though, but I think it's just maybe. What's the running time on this? It's only an hour and 36 minutes, but I thought it was Yeah, that's another thing. I thought it took a little bit long to get going after when Michael Rooker got infected. I think it took a little bit of his time to pick up things when the whole invasion began. That's the nitpick I have with it. So yeah, it was a little bit slow to get things going. It's like, come on, get the ball rolling. You know what I mean? So yeah, Slither is not that bad of a movie. So I would give it like a solid 7, to be fair. But yeah. So that's my review for Slither. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more for Halloween month. Later.